Hi folks, in this video, I'm going to tell you about a secret tip that I got from a major bigwig in the industry about gold. Hi folks, it's Silver Dave at local Silver Mint in Ware, New Hampshire. And we are here just working, we're stacking it up, we're unstacking it, we're restacking it, we're selling gold, selling silver. We love silver, but we definitely love gold too. And recently, we had learned some very interesting stuff about gold and gold availability. It just so happened that we had some customers that were buying gold over the past few weeks, and we kind of had a big gold rush, and we sold a lot of gold. And then as we went to replenish the gold, something came to my attention that I wasn't expecting. I got onto the phone to call our wholesaler that sells us 1 ounce gold bars and other things, but they're our primary source for 1 ounce gold bars. And that note, these guys are among the 7 biggest wholesalers of precious metals in the world. These guys are big. It's not like, Joe's coin shop or something like that. These guys are big. They're among the 7 biggest in the world. And I called on the phone, and I just thought that I was going to call and just lock in new replacement ounces, and they were going to send it like they normally do. They sell it to us for an incredible price. But when I called, I got on the phone, and it just so happened that the person who answered the phone was the VP. And he just, he doesn't answer the phone typically, but once in a while he does. And that a few times he and I have talked, and we had sort of a good relationship. He felt like, when I talked to him, he seems to like us and seems to be interested in teaching me when he can. And I always appreciate that. And so I told him, I said, okay, I wanted to buy 30 1 ounce gold bars. And I said, yeah, I'd like to lock in 30 1 ounce gold bars, preferably Pamp Swiss. And he said, Dave, I don't have any right now. And I said, well, do you have a different maker? And he said, Dave, we're completely out of 1 ounce gold bars. Right now we have none at all. And I said, oh, that's a big problem. I needed more because we needed to replace the ones we sold to the customers. And we even had some that people had ordered, so we needed to get them to fill those orders. And I said, oh geez, well, do you have a projection as to when you're going to get more in? And he said right now he might get more in December, but that if I have any other way to get him, he says, I recommend you get him any other way you can, because even December, he doesn't want to make any promises, because right now there's a big shortage for the gold bars. And he said that there's a reason for it. He said,
guys, I hid the camera. I just opened the store. No one believes me when I tell them. You guys have to witness this. So I'm secretly filming. Dave doesn't know. I need to show you this. Dave sleeps in the vault. He can't hear me. He's in there. He sleeps in the vault. And every morning I wake him up and open the vault to let him out. Watch. Good morning.
oh. Yeah. Ooh. Is it time to sell silver again?
Yep, store is open. Let's
All
go.
right. Oh, I'm ready. I can't believe he told me this, but he said, Dave, right now, there's one big buyer that's buying all the gold bars that Pamp Swiss can make, and Valcambi Swiss, and some other major mint. And that this one major buyer is buying pretty much right out of the pipe where it's coming out. And so that the wholesalers aren't getting any, the big dealers aren't getting any, and that these guys are, this big buyer is just buying them all up. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's really something. Well, who is it? And so, I asked, I said, well, who's the big buyer? And for whatever reason that he decided to tell me, he said, well, the big buyer is Costco. And so I thought, Costco? I knew Costco was selling silver and gold, or sort of getting into it. And so I knew that to some degree, but I'm going to tell you more information after I learned this. I did some research, and I'm going to tell you what my findings were. But he explained it. Costco, they're buying them all up, and that I should look to whatever way I can buy the gold bars as I need, but that they don't have any good projection to get any of that. Maybe December, but that's not even solid. Now, there are still some gold eagles and gold maples that are available, but that apparently Costco is really hammering hard on the 1 ounce gold bars. So now, after I found that information out, I thought, boy, I should look into this more. And so I looked into it more, and I knew that Costco was doing this. But then when I started checking around, I found out that if you try to buy the gold bars from Costco, it's very hard to buy them from Costco because they're only selling at a few of their locations, and they have a limit, 1 per customer. So there's a lot of different limitations. It's very hard to get to it. And so I largely got the impression that Costco, doesn't look like they're selling many of these, but it does look like they're buying a lot of them. And so what I might largely come to think out of this is that Costco, and also just a quick note, in the background you might hear some packaging and snapping and box closing and opening. That's our guys in the back doing an incredibly wonderful job packaging up roughly 25,000 1/10 ounce silver rounds for bars and trades. So if you hear that in the background, don't worry, that's just what it is. We want them to keep working. But back to the point, what do I think Costco is doing? Well, I think Costco is trying to fill their pipes with gold and silver, not because they're necessarily trying to get into the business of gold and silver, but because they're trying to have holdings of gold and silver in their pipes to possibly take the place of some of their other inventory. And so, what does Costco know? Do I think Costco is trying to fill their pipes with gold and silver because they think the price is going to go down? Don't think so. I think Costco knows what's coming. Something is coming. And I think they know. And that if they don't want to get stuck with Cheez-Its and Pringles during a financial meltdown, instead, they'd rather get stuck with gold and silver bars. And in this case, gold bars that they're buying at a very low premium. So, interesting stuff. I couldn't believe he told me about this. It was amazing that he said it, and also it's so amazing to me to see how hard it is to get these from Costco and how little you can get, if you can even get access to them. Meanwhile, they're buying a bazillion of them. This means something, folks. These guys know something. So that's what I wanted to make this video about, and I wanted to tell you about this so that you knew, because I knew, and I figured it would be good to share it with you. So, what do you think? What do you think about what's happening with Costco doing this? What do you think's going to happen? Do you think that everything is going to be fixed, that now we have new administration coming in, and that do you think that this new administration is going to go in and they're just going to fix everything and make everything perfect, and they're going to pay off the $36 trillion national debt and make everything good? Do you think that? Or do you think some other thing's going to happen? Do you think the global power elite are going to just give up the control that they've amassed for decades or centuries? Easily they're just going to be like, oh, never mind, here you go. Or do you think they have a trick up their sleeve? I tend to think they have a trick up their sleeve. They're going to do something. Something is coming, something big. And we have to see what it is. So we're going to see. But Let us know in the comments below. What do you think? What are your predictions? What might happen? Thanks so much for watching, folks. Please consider, if you like our channel, maybe you want to like, subscribe, ring the bell notification, share the videos with your friends if you think this might help them. Thank you so much, folks, for watching, and have a great day. And remember to stack it up. All right. Oh.
Good night, Dave.